Previously on Chosen Ones, we return to Arthur and Brandy, who are at a standstill after the wizard revealed Merlin is still alive. Arthur claims that it's unlikely that Merlin would die, as this would result in a paradox where he could never be born. He says he's been searching for the Magic Man and hopes that he has something to cure the Merlin from their timeline, but hasn't had any luck. Brandy confronts him about what he was doing before Zyrie intervened, and he admits that he was trying to make a Chosen One. Arthur explains that if a Chosen One has a strong enough spark, they can defeat Abaddon, and that he suspects Theo might have the potential to do so. He offers up the alternative of locating the Black Heart and using that to defeat him as well, though it's much more dangerous. Brandy and him part ways for the evening, this new information weighing heavily on the Tiefling's mind, as he prepares for the festival that's soon to come.
From the same branch and leaves, wild and free, living here in harmony. Don't you see? This is where you want to be. When you leave, the world is never what it seems. If only we could travel back in time. Whoa.
So you all wake up the next morning, wherever you may be.
Woo!
Woo!
So Shui wakes up with Ramona in the hotel. Avayath wakes up at home, blissfully ignorant.
I'm so excited for the festival. Oh man, it's gonna be so much fun.
And Theo and Brandy also wake up in their own rooms. And you all have eventually gotten ready and wandered out into the festival for the day. It is a whole day event, so it goes from morning up until very late into the evening. Around 3 a.m.-ish is when the comet is said to go in front of the moon to create the, what they call the white new moon, because the comet will pass in front of the new moon and make it look full for a moment, so... You see people out already with the masks and stuff on that I described before, kind of like different phases of the moon. Some of them are painted on depending on the phase. Some of them are just cut out.
Disguise self.
What are you disguising self as?
My normal humanoid form that I take, but also I'm gonna have a mask on. I'm probably wearing not what I was wearing, what I usually wear. Probably just wearing standard clothes, simple attire. As to not stand out, especially knowing Merlin's a narc.
To you, Shui, Ramona kind of leans over once you enter the festival and is just like, go blend in, all right? We don't want to draw attention to us.
Blend in? How? Just...
Mingle. I don't know.
You...
Just act natural.
You want to mingle?
She looks at you, and she's just like, out of all the missions that you have been on, you cannot tell me this is the one that stumps you.
He sweats.
Go talk to people, but keep your eye out.
Yes, Master.
So Avayath would approach them later.
Hold on. Can you redo that line? Just... Just for that. First name Twink, last name Avayath.
His first name is Twink, his last name's Avayath. Keep it in.
So Twink Avayath approaches him later. he approaches them all and is like, hey, my store kind of sold out, and I don't have anything to do, and Brandy over here said I could join you guys. Mind if I tag along? Is that okay?
Sure. I don't see why not.
Oh, okay. Cool. Hey, he looks at Shui. Are you an actual samurai?
Shui blinks, and he's like, yes.
Oh, that's really cool. Oh, that's a cool sword you got there.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Do you mind pulling it out? Can I see it? I don't need to hold it, just I want to see it.
No.
Oh.
It's samurai code.
Oh, I never heard of that samurai code, but I guess that makes sense. You don't want to scare people.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, is that right? Is that samurai code there, Shui?
He sweats. He's trying to blend in. Stop giving him a hard time.
Yeah, I'm sure it's samurai code, right? Yeah. It's not like you couldn't pull it out if you wanted to.
What? What are you talking about? Hey, Avayath, right? Are you hungry?
I mean, I don't feel hungry, but I never feel hungry. I guess I should eat more.
Here, how about we, I'll treat you to something. Over here, this way.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Walks away from Brandy.
Brandy just smirking the whole time as he watches them fucking wander off.
He just gets, I don't know, something. He stops at a random stall. Like, he literally doesn't care what it is.
Can we be like those moon cakes?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I love that. There's little moon cakes, and again, depending on like that's how they size it essentially. So like a small is like a crescent moon, and like a medium is like a half moon.
I love that. Wait, are we in the fucking Prime Capital?
No, you are in Aramore, which is where Avayath lives. But it's a really big festival. This festival only happens once every 100 years because that's the only time the comet passes.
Yeah, because I was like, wait, the king's here. Then
It's 'cause it's a really big
Yeah, that makes sense.
festival.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, Yula would not be allowed in the Prime Capital under normal circumstances.
Yeah, no, I figured.
They'd be like, who the fuck are you? Like, get out.
All right.
Okay, so Shui gets some mooncakes for himself and Avayath. You know, he's eating on it kind of slowly. And he's like, so cool festival, huh?
Yeah, you must know this festival really well. You found this mooncake place really fast.
Yeah, it just caught my eye.
I never actually had a mooncake before. I don't leave the house that often.
He looks him up and down, up and up, and down. And he's like, oh, yeah, I noticed.
Just kind of an awkward silence as he's like, wow, that was hard. He didn't say that loud.
So, what is it like to be, normal, I guess? Well, no offense. Just...
Oh, no, that's not offensive. I know I'm just kind of, I don't really stand out, I guess. I mean, not a lot of ups and downs. Things are usually pretty calm, so, you know, I just kind of enjoy my hobby of carpentry. That's what I do with a lot of my time. I really like adventure books as well.
Please pull out your yo-yo. Sorry, your slingshot.
Your yo-yo?
Your yo-yo. Please pull out your yo-yo.
Walk the dog.
I didn't know what Cassie was originally going to say, so I'm just confused now.
I meant slingshot.
Your slingshot.
Oh, what's slingshot and yo-yo again? Well, he wouldn't pull out a slingshot because he doesn't think it's that cool.
It's not.
It's really not that impressive, yeah.
He's correct, yeah.
No, Shui's just like, you like adventure books?
Yeah, I love tales about, like, really cool heroes, you know, saving the world and all that.
Oh, I do too.
Oh, cool, yeah. Yeah, I've been studying up on Merlin a lot, actually. She's a little mysterious, though. Not all that much info I could find. Maybe I just haven't looked around enough.
Oh, right. Merlin. He remembers, like, what he saw yesterday with, her being followed and stuff. But she's a chosen one. She's fine. She'll be fine.
But the way he said that, Avayath, it's just like, do you not like Merlin?
No, it's... I saw her,
You saw her? Did you get an autograph?
No, I was busy.
Oh. Damn, I hope I can see her if she's at the festival still.
She might be. Maybe you'll get lucky.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Oh, I should have brought a pencil and paper with me. I'll go grab that before we join up with the others.
You... And then he kind of shuffles a little bit. Do you know about the 9?
The 9? Yeah, I've read up on them a bit.
She has like a little spark in his eyes. I really look up to the 9.
Yeah, the 9. I mean, I would too if I knew more about them, but they seem really cool.
He wants to say more about them, but he will not. he will hold it in. Yeah, 2 of them, I would have really liked to meet.
Oh, which 2?
Oh, never mind. It's not important.
It's not important, I want to know.
Well, there was a sword singer. His name was Sumi. And her partner, Shinkai.
Oh, yeah, they got the twin swords, right? Something like that? Or do they share a sword?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a really cool ability. I like that. I think number 4 is my favorite.
4's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And don't say any other numbers.
I like 7.
Yeah.
I like 7 because of their fire abilities.
Oh my god, you guys!
Edited in post.
I like that 7 is so charitable and goes around the land and gives people 1 billion gold every day.
People whose have names start with A.
Yeah. So cool.
I like number 9. They make Avayath level 20 instantly.
I love them. Wow, their sword gives you the ability to become God. It's so cool.
Shui catches himself chuckling a little bit, and he's like, we should, he kind of shuffles really awkwardly. He doesn't, socially interact. Not this Shui.
Same with this Avayath.
They're both introverted here.
I saw that thing, that guy, Theo, I think his name was. Theo was a bear, right?
Oh yeah, there was one that bought my winged bear. I didn't know his name was Theo.
Yeah, I just met him yesterday too, I think. Bears are really strong.
Yeah, they're my favorite.
Mine too.
Whoa, wow, we have a lot of common favorites.
He's like,
Sounds like we were friends another time.
yeah. And he excuse me. And he turns around and like pulls up his scarf a little bit more because he's blushing a little bit because he's making a friend.
That's adorable.
But also, this is a dark Shui, so yeah.
So then he stabs Avayath because he's like, I can't have friends.
This Avayath will die.
Just as you are having this conversation, you do notice kind of like walking quickly through the festival, just completely surrounded by guards. A very tall elf with blonde hair and silver eyes kind of walking through.
I kill him.
Kind of smiling and waving
Kill
to
him
people
instantly.
as they walk through.
I murder him.
Ripley.
If I destroy him, I kill Dash.
And yeah, you see people kind of like waving back as he's going, and he like is nodding to them essentially as he's walking.
What if I cast banishment on him? How do you think his guards will react?
I don't know.
He seems like a pretty big deal. Who is that?
I would know you probably haven't seen him. He does not leave the Prime Capital very often, so.
Was Shui know?
I would say yes, because you are supposed to make sure he
Thank
doesn't
you.
get assassinated.
There we go. So Shui's just like, that's the king.
Oh, the king. Why is he here?
Just it's a pretty popular festival, probably to celebrate. He's trailing like with his eyeballs, the king, and he's like, hey, Avayath, here. And he gives him, I don't fucking know, his mooncake wrapper. And he's like, could you throw that away from me? It's samurai code.
Samurai code?
Shut the fuck.
Sure. Yeah, samurai code.
Oh my god.
When Avayath walks away, she's gonna follow the king.
Okay. So what are Theo and Brandy doing?
What are Theo and Brandy doing?
Great question.
I would note Arthur did come out. He's not like hiding out in his room. He's kind of sticking near the edge of the festival though, and he has a disguise in place so that way he's not recognized.
I feel like Brandy would have mentioned maybe staying near Merlin if he can find her, just in case.
Okay, he will note that if he can find her.
Yeah. But otherwise, he's just vibing.
Theo looking out at the crowds and stuff, he's like, wow, I've never quite been to an event as big as this. You?
No, I don't think I've been, in a crowd quite this big either.
Well, I really only came here for the research for later, but not that I'm scared or Do you want to walk with me?
Of course. Wouldn't mind.
Good. I mean, cool. Thanks.
If it makes you feel better, you can stick close to me. I'm pretty big. People usually move out of my way.
Thanks.
He pushes someone.
Yeah, I just shoved some fucking halfling over. I punch him like he's a football.
So people usually move out of my way, and then he's just shoving people out.
Check this shit out.
So he will kind of walk around to different boothy places and kind of probably also get a snack with Brandy. So did you come here for the festival part, or did you also want to study the comet?
I think it's a little of both. It was less me wanting to come and more so, that Arthur fellow I'm traveling with.
Right. So, are you like his bodyguard?
Something like that. More like, sudden acquaintances.
Sudden acquaintances.
We got thrown into a situation neither of us really wanted to be a part of. So, kind of working together for the time being.
Oh, I see. Well, I hope it works out alright.
Yeah, I'm, hoping so too.
He doesn't really know what to do, though. He's just like, I never really go out to talk to people much. That, journey that I was taking out here was like, I don't know. It's just been a while since I've gone out, especially this far from home.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, it seemed like you were on quite a journey, from what you were saying.
Yeah. Thank goodness you guys came along. Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of really saved me.
Almost like it was fate that we crossed paths, huh?
That's what I was going to say.
They're so annoying. Shut up.
What?
What's everyone's passive perceptions?
Bad, it's 12.
Okay.
What do you mean, Zed?
Shut
What's wrong?
up. Kiss already. Oh my god.
Cheat on Theo with this Theo.
Cheat on Theo with Theo.
Oh my god. Wait, is Shui's Oh my, I like this Shui.
What?
His passive perception is 20. Yeah.
Oh my
Jesus,
God.
yeah.
Mine's 12.
So only Shui notices this then, as he is walking, which I guess makes sense. You see, as you are trailing behind the king, from one direction you see the woman with that strange mask, the tiefling from before, currently going the opposite direction, away from where the king is. And you see kind of off in an alleyway nearby, the woman that you were warned about, Dashi, kind of hiding out.
Lord Jesus. Hold on. Can he see Vermona anywhere?
Roll perception for that.
Okay. He doesn't have sending, but he does have message. So if she's in the crowd within 120 feet and he can see her, then I guess he can send a message to her. But let me roll on perception. So plus 10, so 19.
I'll say she's decently close by. She seems to also be keeping her eye on the king a little bit, but you notice her head turn when she sees Aelia moving the other direction, but then her eyes go back to the king.
Okay. Well, he will send her a message then. So he points his finger towards her. He whispers a message that only she can hear.
Master Ramona, I see Dashi. And the woman from yesterday.
She looks back at you, and she kind of squints a little bit at you, almost like in confusion, and just goes back, sends a message back to you, and it's just like, well, then go take care of her then.
Yes, master. He says. He has like steel in his voice because he's about to go get this bread. Anyway, he's going to try to sneak up on Dashi.
Okay.
Ooh, I rolled a 12. 12 plus 12 is 24.
So that would be perception for her then to perceive you. She got a 23. What did you get?
24, so she just barely missed me.
She kind of raises her head a bit, like she seems like she might have heard something but doesn't see that it's you.
Okay. God, I don't know. Should I say something to this girl or should I just attack?
You can roll a history check real fast if you want to see what your relationship with the brief moment you knew her was.
Sure, I'll do it. I rolled a 3. What's his modifier?
You don't remember.
You don't. His modifier could be like a plus 20, Cassie.
Okay, what's his modifier?
-1.
You do not remember her. You were too young.
Yeah, so he has no he has no connection to her. He just knows that she knew his parents, but and that she's supposed to be dead, but now she's back. She's trying to kill the king, and he's not, supposed to let that happen. He is going to cast Hold Person.
Okay.
How close did he get to her?
I'd say probably 30 feet, given you got pretty close. I don't feel like you would have been able to get much closer without her noticing, because you were pretty close score-wise.
So, wisdom saving throw.
She got a 23.
Wow, the girl is wise. She does succeed.
You do notice, as the king passes by her, she starts to kind of move further down the alleyway, but she does not seem to be looking at him anymore.
Who's she looking at? I want to perceive.
Go for it.
Oh, I got 20!
Damn, good job. She is looking where Aelia is going.
Oh. Interesting.
Aelia about to try and merge with the fucking king.
She was walking away from the king, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
Yeah, to get a better vantage point. She's gonna get on the roofs and jump down like a fucking spider monkey.
She pulls up his mask and he brandishes his blade. Not drawing it, but he does pull it out. He kind of approaches her and he's like, "Who are you and what are you doing here?"
She freezes at that.
Although he does know who she is, but
Yeah. Is his face covered?
Mask, lower part of his face is covered.
But he still has that hair, right? Like it's out, it's hanging out.
Yeah.
That very big indicator.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of glances over her shoulder a little bit at you. I'm going to roll history because she's not seen you in a very long time, so. 13. So she does seem like she's there is a flash of like some sort of recognition, but with your mask up, she doesn't seem to put anything together, and she's just kind of glancing over at you, and she's just like, "You working for the king then?"
If you're here to assassinate him, I won't let you.
She raises an eyebrow at that, and she's just like, "Not working for the king then?"
He just blinks at her. He was already in like a attack position, but now he's like even more so. You know what I mean? Like he kind of leans in a little bit more, like a little bit more threateningly. And he's like, "What do you mean?"
"Were you given my face by someone?"
He ain't no narc. I got orders to look out for you, yes.
"So someone who didn't trust you enough to tell you why I was actually here."
He shakes his head. Why are you actually here?
"Someone is after the king, but it's not me. And the king already knows it."
What?
She points off to where Alia is currently walking, and you see she looks like she is going towards the hotel that you had seen Brandy and Arthur stay in the night before, and Theo.
He's gonna roll insight. He's inclined to believe her because even this Shui is still a little bit gullible. 24.
She appears to be telling the truth, even if you're not quite sure what she's getting at.
Is Ramona still within 120 feet?
No, she appears to have walked with the king and is past you now.
God dang it. You think the Darkborn Queen is gonna do something to King Clarkspur?
No, that's a distraction. She's going after the Chosen One.
Okay. Well, she'll be fine. No, stop. She's the Chosen One. She'll be fine.
But someone told you I was going after the king instead.
Suspicious. And he's like, do you think... What are you accusing?
She kind of looks over at you and she's like, "I'm not accusing you of anything. Would you hesitate to prevent the assassination of a Chosen One?"
Would he hesitate to prevent it? No. And he kind of grits his teeth. Because, like, but he sees Ramona as, like, following king. So he's going to try to see at least what's going on. What is this Darkborn Queen doing? You know what I mean? So he's going to kind of grunt. And he's going to make his way to the hotel as quickly as he can.
Are you staying here with Dashi? Are you doing anything with her?
He is leaving Dashi. He's going to go towards the hotel. He's following Darkborn Queen.
Okay. So you can roll stealth.
I'm not sure what Dashi is going to do, but he at least has to verify like her words with his own eyes.
Yeah.
24.
24? Okay, I'll roll something. Okay, you continue to follow her. And we will go back to what's Avayath doing?
Avayath is looking for any of the other PCs.
He sees Theo flirting with Brandy in the distance.
If he sees they're flirting, then he's just gonna be like, "Oh, I guess I'll stay out of that."
I don't want to make you not join us. I just...
You can't tell. You don't know.
Yeah. You're Avayath. You can't tell.
It's a different Avayath, though. Whatever, fuck it. I guess he joins them. It's gonna be awkward.
So what are they talking about as you approach?
It's a good question. They're probably just hanging out.
Okay. Avayath approaches you.
Do you guys see where Shui went? I did him a favor. I just kind of walked away, and then he seemed to have vanished.
He ditched you? That's pretty rude.
Do I see Shui anywhere?
You can roll a perception check.
There's no way. I can't get a 24. So unless I nat 20 on this, fucking...
You can still roll a perception
Literally,
check.
there's no way I see him. A 7. Nope, I don't see Shui.
Yeah, you can't find him.
Can't say I have, no.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he said it was part of the samurai code, which I don't really believe, but...
Yeah, that's a load of horseshit.
Well, whatever. Are you guys interested in finding any weapon shops?
Oh, sure.
I like how they're like, weapon shop? Okay, sure.
It is kind of like starting to, at this point, get into the early evening. The sun is starting to set. You guys have been hanging out. You can't really find Shui after you've been hanging out for a while with each other. He seems to have kind of vanished. You would note maybe seeing Vermona kind of hanging out close to where the king is, like, mingling with people with her arms crossed, kind of near the sidelines. Not seeing Shui or anything, and looking. You just don't notice him looking around. But yeah, you've been hanging out.
Soon we will see the comet. My goal.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I study the stars and all, but this especially I've been looking forward to pretty much my whole life. So I am wondering, is Avayath anywhere near? Because that'll be a little awkward.
No, he just kept like going from one booth he found that cool to another one until eventually he just trailed off.
Okay, cool. So they spent time that day. That was pretty much like the whole day festival, right?
Yeah, it's getting pretty late. I would say after hanging out and still not finding Shui anywhere, it's been progressed into the evening for sure at this point. Probably an hour away is when this comet will hit.
Oh shit. Okay, so he's like, thanks for spending time with me today. I don't know if after this, I'd just be going back home. But I just wanted to say, yeah, thanks. And I hope you find your friends.
Yeah, thanks, partner. I appreciate that. I hope I find him, too.
And I hope that fate is kind enough to let us meet again. If you ever come across a yellow brick library, come say hi, okay?
Yeah, I'll, yeah, if I'm in the area again, I'd be more than happy to.
He smiles and he's like, good, or well, I look forward to it.
Yeah, it's been real fun, spending the day with you, darling.
Theo blushes really red and looks away. And he just nods a few times and he's like, yeah, really very fun.
And you both are kind of having that conversation. Avayath is off looking at one of the booths before you hear kind of shouting in the crowd as people start to kind of disperse. And you see like a group of people with like hoods over their heads and masks pulled up over their faces with like daggers kind of like running through the street. And you hear people shouting like, someone's tried to kill the king, essentially, as these bandits seem to be running through. And you see kind of Vermona running quickly after them. But it doesn't seem like she's going especially fast, despite these people. They are moving kind of fast, but from what you have seen of Vermona, it doesn't look like she's putting her all into this as she's chasing these people. There's definitely a lot of commotion. You see farther up the king kind of like on the ground, like a cleric nearby, like putting a hand over his stomach where he appears to be bleeding, and he's like, no, I'm quite all right, really, I'm okay. And yeah, there's just a huge crowd around him right now, basically shouting and checking on him. But we are going to switch over to Shui now, who has followed Aelia towards the building, and you have followed her into the hotel at this point. She does not appear to have noticed you.
She noticed.
But you see her at one point vanish into a room.
And this is that, like, high-end hotel, right?
Yes.
I think he's going to... Like, did he see what room she went into?
Roll perception, actually.
I really like this Shui. 25.
25. You see her going up the steps a couple floors and see her going into a room.
He is going to take a deep breath. He's going to prepare himself. For whatever may ensue. He is going in alone, obviously. Vermona, he could not get in contact with her also, in case the king is going to be assassinated. he feels reassured that she's there. And he's gonna follow her up the stairs.
Okay.
He is looking out for Merlin too, like any signs of her.
She closed that door when she went in.
Oh, did she? Can he put his ear to the door?
Sure, you can.
Okay. He puts his ear to the door and see if he can hear like anything, like talking or shuffling or like what.
Yeah. You put your ear to the door and you hear on the other side, just a single voice answer back.
You're pretty good at hiding.
Did she merge into the door? Like, hold on.
No, she didn't. She did not. No.
Okay. He like jumps back a bit and like puts his hand on his sword. If you know I'm here, then come out.
Sure.
You see the door very slowly start to open, and you see Merlin standing in front of you with a smile on her face. Her eyes kind of glowing oddly purple, which seems unnatural. And she's smiling at you, and she's just like,
Did you need something?
He lets down his guard very slightly when he sees who it is. He doesn't know what Ilya's ability is, right? Or
you
does
do
he?
not know.
He does not. Miss Merlin, are you okay?
Yes, someone just tried to get into my room, but I banished them pretty easily. I was going to go head out and let the guards know.
He takes a step back and he's like,
Did you think I needed help with something?
No, I just he is kind of skeptical because I don't know, was he usually in his line of work, if somebody's sending like an assassin after somebody, then it's because they whoever hired them believes they have like a benefit or like an advantage over them somehow. So she's the chosen one. He's literally inclined to believe her, but he's a little bit skeptical. I think he's gonna do an insight check.
Okay.
And he's just like, Miss Merlin, are you really sure you're okay? I can help you. And he's gonna insight after she responds.
Yes, I'm quite alright. I was gonna head back out to the festival. Seems to be some kind of commotion going on.
Yeah, he wouldn't know like that they're shouting like the king, right? He was following.
Yeah, it just sounds like loud crowd.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, right, okay. All right, so insight. Let's roll. Let's rock and roll. 21.
I'll say with a 21, you sense that something is definitely weird. Something is definitely wrong. And looking at her closer, from what you saw yesterday, she had green eyes.
Okay. So I think he's going to assume this is like some kind of disguised self, honestly. And Shui takes another step back and his hand like grabs like his sword. And he's like, "You're not really Miss Merlin, are you?"
You see her still kind of smiling at you and just stands there for a moment. Hey, what's your max HP?
Oh my god. 62.
You see her kind of just stand there for a moment as you ask that, before she kind of puts a hand to her lips like, shh, and then she's just like,
Be still.
and you cannot move at all. You are frozen in place as she starts to kind of walk past you. And you hear another person kind of running up the steps at that. You see Vermona rounding in the corner, who stops immediately when she sees the two of you. And you see her kind of like grit her teeth, and she's just like, Shui, you're supposed to go after Dashi, not the... God damn it.
He can't respond.
Yeah, you can't respond. And you see this very clearly something wrong Merlin start to walk past you and kind of go up to Vermona and just be like,
You'll fix him, right?
And she's just like, yeah, of course, you go off, do whatever. Thank you. And she continues walking past her at that point, and Vermona's just staring at you, sighing, and she's just like, kid, saw something you shouldn't have, huh? And we're going to go back to Brandy and Theo and Avayath.
So at the commotion, Theo probably would be startled and kind of hide behind Brandy.
I look around for Arthur. Where the fuck's Arthur?
He is still in disguise, kind of standing near. He seems to be preoccupied looking at what happened with the king.
What the fuck's going on?
I'll move over to him.
He looks up at you and he's just like, it seemed someone tried to kill the king. A group of some kind. They got close to him very easily.
Okay. What are we doing?
It seems like it's okay. They got away. The comet's going to come soon.
Are you sure that was the fucking event? That's the event that's supposed to occur?
The comet is the event. I don't know what's going on here.
I don't like this, Arthur.
I don't know what's happening. I haven't been to this timeline.
Brandy will stay close to Theo, look for Avayath as well.
Avayath approaches them from behind and also hides behind Brandy.
Yeah, I'll say with that, Brandy summons his sword to his side, looking around, just staying on guard generally.
You see very quickly moving through the crowd, Merlin, going towards where the king is, leaning down as she approaches him and starts to whisper and talk to him. And he appears to nod and smile at her and is just like, thank you for coming, Miss Merlin. It's nice to have a chosen one here. She just kind of laughs a little at that and she's just like, of course, let me heal you, king. And she seems to start to help him.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast motherfucking, yeah, how far away is she?
I'd say 30 feet if you can hear her.
Okay, can I see that she's casting something?
Yes.
She needs to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Gotcha. 16.
That's a failure, fuck yeah! That's one below what she needed, hell yeah. She disappears. She vanished.
And you see the king just go, what? Merlin?
To which Brandy is going to begin moving through the crowd towards the king. And look over to Arthur, cast sending to Arthur
She was about to cast something. She shouldn't be able to cast something, right?
No, it would take a few days to recover that.
Yeah, something's wrong. That wasn't Merlin.
I move over to the king.
Okay, yeah, you move closer to him.
Hey, are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. You see the guards kind of start to move in front of you. They move a couple spears in front of you to prevent you from getting closer.
Is everything alright here? You got stabbed, are you okay?
Yes, I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
Right.
Just barely grazed me.
That's good to hear. I have a little bit of healing if you'd like.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Is that right?
You see the guards kind of step forward a bit, and they're like, King says he's alright.
Of course. Of course he is.
I don't even know what the fuck the plan is here. I just did this suddenly. Because I was fucked. I will say. You know what? I'll say.
I, recommend y'all get the king out of here. If somebody could do that, where the fuck Merlin go? She teleport away? What happened?
I don't know, that is very odd.
If somebody did that to a chosen one, I'd recommend you get the king out of here.
The guards kind of look to each other and nod, but the king's kind of getting up and he's like,
we'd have to wait for her to get back before we go.
How do you know she's gonna get back?
He's just kind of looking at you and grits his teeth.
No offense. I am the king and what I say goes.
It seems like you're taking a big risk there, Your Highness.
Really, I'm okay.
Why don't you make a perception check?
I'd love to. 12.
12. I'll roll something for him. Okay, you still manage to catch it. He appears where that stab wound is. He appears to be holding something that you can't tell, like underneath his clothes.
Holding something.
And you see, as you notice that, the sky starts to get bright as that comet starts to very slowly go on top of the moon. You were so preoccupied you didn't even notice starting to shoot through the sky. Same with everyone in the crowd was so preoccupied with what was happening they didn't notice. And he kind of like grits his teeth a bit as he looks up at that. And how long does banishment last?
1 minute.
1 minute, okay. It hasn't quite been a minute yet, but he kind of backs up a bit and he's like, "You're right, we should get out of here. Before she comes back."
Why'd you change your mind?
He just kind of looks at you and he's like, "I see what you're getting at, and I shouldn't be here."
I think you're right. I don't think you should be here.
I'm gonna drop banishment for a second, so Merlin reappears,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna cast it on them again. And I just read this. I can cast this spell slot as long as it's 5th level or higher. I can target more than one creature.
Oh my god.
Hey, guess what? Here goes the king too. Both of them roll charisma saves again.
Gotcha. Okay, give me 1 sec.
And I'm gonna use a fucking sorcery point, because I have meta magic now, to subtle spell so they can't tell that I'm casting it.
Gotcha. Alright, so she will vanish because she got less again.
Cool.
And when she appears for a second, she looks up to the sky and then looks back to him, and she's just like, "We have to do this now." And then he's going to roll, and he also got a 7.
Fuck yeah, get
The
out of
king's
here!
charisma
Woo!
is really that low.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Hell yeah, get the fuck out of here!
And they both vanish, and the guards are...
I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know what they're doing.
What?
I said, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know what they're doing, but it feels bad. So fuck them. Get out of here.
They both vanish, and the guards are just standing there in confusion at that point. And you see kind of as they do that, like very subtly underneath your feet, it looks like these lines in the ground start to glow that just seem to be kind of in the cracks of the city below you.
What the hell's happening? Where the hell did King and Merlin go? Something's wrong.
God
He
damn
says
it.
to the guards.
The guards are like, I don't know.
We need to find whoever the fuck did that.
Okay. Are you gonna start?
And then I look over to Arthur and wink.
He's just standing there like, what are you doing? Like,
I don't know. He says it descending through his mind.
I don't know what I'm doing. Something bad was about to happen. That wasn't Merlin.
he's just like, that's the bookmark. We need to go.
Okay.
What's happening on the ground right now?
It seems like a very mismatched amount of energy kind of coming from it that doesn't have a direction for it to go in. It seems like where the king and Merlin had just been standing, this is leading to it. There appears to be kind of like a sigil that has been revealed by this glowing that's coming from beneath the city that was where they had previously been standing. And the guards are kind of like pushed back as this ripple of energy kind of erupts from it.
Hey, Arthur, what the fuck's happening?
I don't know.
I look around the town, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Is this happening anywhere else?
No, just this spot.
Can I, Arcana check it? What the fuck's happening?
Yeah, you can try to do an Arcana check.
Okay.
Hey, Arthur, maybe give this a look. You're better at this than me.
Use your special eyes.
Use your special eyes.
14.
14. Big amount of magic, whatever is happening here.
Sure
It
is.
does not feel like it's destructive. I will tell you that. With a 14, I'll let you know it does not feel like it is destructive, whatever it is happening.
Just like a teleportation circle or some shit.
Arthur is just like, okay, I can do something really fast, but then we have to go.
All right.
He kind of gets a little bit closer to it and kind of, you see him whisper a few things. From other spellcasters around you, you can see he's probably using some kind of detection spell. And he looks back up at you and he's just like, it's transmutation of some kind.
What the fuck? Stop it. They're only gone for a minute.
We have to go, though.
Well, fucking shut it down and we'll go.
Okay. He looks back to it and, leans down. I'm gonna roll for him.
Yeah.
That's, nat 1.
Okay, is this a spell being cast?
He is trying to cast Dispel Magic, yes.
No, this thing in the ground, is it a spell being cast?
No.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, not a spell.
I will look over to Theo and Avayath.
Theo went to hide behind Avayath when Brandy left.
Avayath is looking very confused.
And you will look to the two of them and be like,
Y'all need to get out of the city. I don't know what's gonna happen. You should run.
But the comet... but yeah,
You can see the comment from anywhere else in the world. You should get out of the city.
He'll kind of nod, and he's like, well, what about you?
I'm gonna try and figure out what's happening. Just get out of here. Trust me.
Okay. He'll look to Avayath.
I mean, he seems like he's an adventurer. He's got a sword, and he looks pretty strong. I think we should leave it to him.
Right, okay. I'll be waiting for you, and he runs.
Fuck. Alright. Arthur, what are we doing?
I don't know what you want me to do.
I don't know. This seems bad. Well, what do we need to do right now? The two of us to get out of here. What is happening?
We have to find where the bookmark is.
Okay, how do we do that?
It's usually, like I said, it happens after a cosmic event. I should be able to open some kind of portal or something using that energy. He looks back down at the ground and he's like, oh, maybe it is this. I don't know.
You try.
Okay. He leans down a bit and he is trying not to get inside that circle, that symbol of whatever is forming. And he quickly puts his hand down on the outside, trying to cast again, identify this time to see if he can figure out what's happening. And he's just like, it's some kind of, it is transmutation, but it's also, I think, conjuration maybe of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, maybe if I use that we can teleport.
Try, just give it a shot.
Okay. And he's concentrating on where that is currently happening. I'm gonna roll again something for him. Okay, that was better. That first one, fucking nat one. Goddamn, Arthur. He kind of waves with his hands and starts to cut open in front of you it looks like the same thing you saw before when you had been in the portal, essentially, where it was him, like, ripping open the air in front of him, and you kind of seeing into the black expanse beyond it. Yeah. And you kind of see that portal open up that seems to be big enough for the both of you to go in.
Let's go. I sure hope whatever they do next doesn't fuck everything up. I hope I've stopped it. Let's go.
Okay. And he quickly jumps through, and you see, like, the moon very slowly start to get uncovered again, the new moon underneath the comet, as the comet starts to pass over it. That light seems to be starting to go. And you see behind you, as you jump through, Merlin and the king appear. And as you see that, you also see a figure running up from behind them as they are standing there. And you see Dashi standing with a knife out.
Assassinate him! Assassinate him!
But you don't quite see what happens as that portal closes.
I hope she killed him.
Book closed.
Book closed.
Thank you to our high-tier patrons, Dion Miranda, Zab, Arkeus a Druid, Mad King Max, Claytor, the Hatman, Charles, Jessica Long, Z, Vessel, and Mr. Bakudan, as well as our Kickstarter backers for this season. If you haven't already, make sure to like the episode and leave a comment. And stick around for the blooper that's about to play. We'll see you soon, fellow Sparks.
Wow, who could have guessed Ramona was a bad person the whole time?
I know, oh my god, wow.
I would have never guessed it. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe if Ramona was bad the whole time. What? No way. I can't. That's my reaction to this scene, Cassie.
Thanks. Thanks. I want you to know that I work really hard to DM and I appreciate this reaction.
No, it was a good scene. But Yeah, of course Ramona's fucking evil.
Morning soon, the light dims fast here. Should we go outside again one more day, my dear? Why don't we just stay as the familiar fades away? Things are the same day by day. What are you waiting for, darling? What are you running from, stranger? Where are you hiding now? Don't you waste this chance. Do we have time for this, dear friend? How could we ever run out now? All that we have is this moment. Let's make time. For the end of this story, time for the start of our new life, time for us all to come back for fate's last encore. Will we find out what this all means? It means a lot that you're here now. Let's make the most of this, shall we?